Whenever we moved to a new town, my kids both said they really wanted to do something new, learn a new skill, and they really wanted me to do it with them. They didn't want to just them go to some class. They wanted their dad to do it. So I said, all right, let's do something new. I really like to do that. My daughter, she comes with the idea of let's learn karate. And I thought, well, that sounds fun. When I was a kid, I liked Karate Kid. I really wanted to, learn martial arts and didn't have a chance to do it. So we did. We signed up, and actually we couldn't find a karate school though. But around the corner there was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school, and I really had never even heard of it. So I researched it, and it looked fun. So we decided to go, and we watched a few classes, and we thought it looked good. We joined the gym, and we started to learn, and we really fell in love with it. And the kids just love doing it. They love going to practices, and I did too. It's a great workout. It's a great self-defense martial arts, especially for smaller people. The kids are small right now, and it's good for them over time. And so we've been going to this gym for about coming up on a year, and a tournament comes along, and the kids want to do it. And so I said, okay, great. So we're going to go sign up. And then they say, well, Daddy, you're doing it with us, right? I hadn't thought about that when I signed up for this, but okay, I'll do it. So I signed up for the tournament. The day of the tournament comes, and we walk into the gym, and there's bunches of people around. There's mats and people doing the sport. They're all over. You look around, you see people in their fighting stance getting ready to fight. You see them actually fighting in arm bars and all those kind of things. And so they call the kids. The kids are up first, and they do their sport, and they do great. They actually both end up winning in their age division. And then they call the adults. And so as the adults are getting ready, and I put my gi on and get ready to go, and I'm looking over here, and there's a couple of guys in white belts, but they're like 250 pounds and muscular and a lot bigger than me. Then I look over here, and there's a bunch of people, but they're like blue belts and black belts and brown belts and all a lot more advanced than me. And so I kind of wonder, what are they going to do, Nobody really fits me. And so they call my name, I go up, and they call another name, and the guy introduces himself, and real nice guy, but he's 230 pounds, something like that, real muscular, a whole lot bigger than me. And so we get ready, the ref calls us over, and he tells us to get ready, and we get into our fighting stances, and we get ready to go. And when he says fight, I charge ahead, and I take control. It didn't have any problems. It was a great match. I ended up winning. I very easily ended up beating this much bigger guy. And when I kind of look back at that, I think about that how does that relate to business and life? And I think first it takes a lot of courage to step onto the mat. In business, think about what most people don't do is they're not themselves. They act like they think they should act for their position. So you're a programmer down at the dungeon, and you don't stand up for yourself. You just you don't have the courage to really be yourself and let your ideas come through. And on top of that, there's obstacles. Think about all the big obstacles you have to overcome. And so many people just don't. They don't even try. They think it's too big. Well, what just happened to me. I was up against a big guy, and I could have walked away, but instead I went ahead, I did it, and I ended up winning. And that works the same, if when you think about that, the perception, think about the audience watching me and this other guy. And I'm sure they thought there's no way, somebody built like him, small and not muscular, is going to beat this much bigger guy. But I did, so think about looking at the perceptions in other departments. The perception, I always say perception is reality. So if you have a perception that you're kind of stuck on, you think this is how it's going to be, that's going to be the outcome. So we need to work at overcoming those perceptions.